Welcome to Study Time, a televised home learning program produced by Rwanda Education Board.
Hello, students of Senior 2 Biology class. You are most welcome to today's lesson. I'm Scovia, your biology teacher as usual. So for today's lesson, we are continuing to look at Unit 1, which is Classification of Kingdom Animalia. So as we had introduced it, we looked at it as in two ways, two groups. That is invertebrates, vertebrates. We had finished the vertebrates, those are chordata, phylum chordata. We went to look at the phylum Arthropoda, which are invertebrates. We had said, to remind you, we had said that phylum Arthropoda has got 5 classes. We had started looking at the first class, that is class Insecta. We looked at the second class, and today we are looking at Archinida, and today we are looking at the third class, that is class Crustacea. All right? Hope that is clear. So, for today's lesson, therefore, there are objectives that we have to put forward. That at the end of this lesson, everybody should be able to tell or to know the common features of class Crustacea. Everybody should be able to tell or to know the common features of all members in class Crustacea. If you happen to meet Crustacea at the playground or around, you will tell this, because it has this and this is a belongs to class Crustacea. Another thing you will be able to know at the end of this lesson, you will be able to tell or to know what are some of the adaptations of those members of class Crustacea that are supposed to be possessing so that they fit in the environment where they live. All right? Hope that is clear to everybody. We know the common features. We have to know the adaptations to live in their habitats. Clear to everybody? Yeah. So we can start. So when you look onto the screen, if you go to the screen there, you will see, you'll be able to see two features there, two pictures. Those are some of the members. Look on the screen. Everybody look on the screen. When you look at the screen there, you see two pictures, right? Those two pictures belong to class Crustacea. We have the club, we have the lobster. So when you look at them carefully, what are some of the features? I always tell you here that when I talk of the features, I mean the external features, because those are the features that are visible to everybody here, all right? I'm not talking about the internal features, the external features, what you see on the picture using your eyes, all right? So what are some of the features that you see that these pictures on the screen possesses, all right? Anybody who can tell some of the external features, some of the features that these two examples of class Crustacea possesses. Who can tell us? Who can tell us? Who can tell us some of the external features that these two pictures, of which we have picked from the many, are among those of the class Crustacea that possesses? All right? Good. One, they have a hard shell. Their body, or they have what we called the other time, we said exoskeleton. Their skeleton, the hard shell outside, all right? They have a coat outside, kind of a coat. It's like covered with a coat, but the coat is shiny, right? The coat is shiny, is somehow shiny, all right? So when we look at the word Crustacea, it comes from the word, or it is delivered from the word crista. And the word crista means like a hard shine coat. All right? So that's where the word was delivered. So when you look at them there, you see they have a kind of shiny coat covering them. You look at the crab, you look at the robusta, kind of hard coat. That is crystal. The name comes as crustace. So they have the coat that covers them, all right? So like many other arthropods, members of class Crustacea live in water. Many of them live in water, apart from a few like the wood rice that are fully terrestrial, all right? That are fully terrestrial. So you get to know that members, the majority, excuse me, the majority of class Crustacea members live in water. They're aquatic. Those are the terms we used. Last time we talked of the word aquatic, we talked of the word terrestrial, and we said aquatic means water. Then when we talk of terrestrial, we mean land. So when I say that they're aquatic animals, I think everybody here will pick what I'm trying to say. All right? So majority live in water. But a few, like the wood rice, they are fully terrestrial. They live on land. All right? Good of you. So when we look at excuse me, the main characteristics of organism in class Crustacea, everybody come here. Look at this. Look at this, everybody. Are you here? On this manila paper. Are you there? All right. So, but when we were talking about classification, we emphasized on the things that we base on while classifying organisms. One, we said what? We said we can classify organisms depending on the number of legs. Two, we can classify organisms depending on the body parts. All right? Three, we can classify organisms depending on the number of antennae, either presence or not presence or the number. All right? So those are some of the things that we put into considerations when we are classifying organisms. All right? So when we look here, when we look at this, what do you think will you put into consideration while classifying the Crustacea? What will you put into consideration? All right? Yeah, you can look at the body parts. The body parts. So this one, unlike the insects, but like the alcinda, they have only two body parts. All right? Only two body parts. That is what we call cephalothorax from here. As you see, this line separates to this side here. That is cephalothorax. And another second part from here, going this side, up here. That is the abdomen, right? Remember in insects, we said that insects have got three body parts. Not so? We said they have the head, the thorax, and abdomen. I hope everybody here can pick what I'm saying. You remember what we said? Insects have the head, the thorax, and abdomen. But for the case of these ones, as well as the alcindas we discussed in the last lesson, I'm saying, or we're seeing it as it has only two body parts, whereby the head, you can't easily tell where the head separates with the thorax. The head is somewhere there, the thorax is somewhere here, but they are fused together, all right? They are fused together, meaning that it is not easier to tell that is the head, that is the head, that is the thorax. They are fused together, and that term we call it cephalothorax, the general term or the word that represents the thorax fused with the head, all right? So that's why I drew two kind of lines. One indicating the thorax, all right? Another one indicating the head, all right? Then I draw a big line from here, joining the two. All right? And that one I call it cephalothorax, meaning that the head and thorax are fused together. You can't easily tell where exactly one separates from the other. As an insect, where you easily see this is the head, this is the thorax, this is the abdomen. Hope that is clear. So it has two body parts, the cephalothorax and the abdomen. All right? And it is the best way to classify the animals in class Crustacea. So this is an example of a lobster. All right? So we can go to the number of legs. So for the class Insecta, we said it has 3 pairs of legs. Those are 6 legs. For Alchinda, we said it has 4 pairs of legs. Those are 8 legs. But for the case of the class Crustacea, for them, they have like 10 or more legs. 10 or more legs. Take an example of this, the lobster. If you take an example of the lobster here, let us count the number of legs we can see here. That we have 1. So normally these Crustacea, like the lobster, you find the legs are distributed right from the cephalothorax and even on the abdomen, all right? Some legs will be found on the cephalothorax, other legs will be found on the abdomen. And we shall see the importance of all these legs, all right? So we have the legs on the cephalothorax part, we have the legs also on the abdomen, all right? So let us count and see how many do we have here? Because we have said that they have like 10 or more legs, different from insect and Alchinda, because insects have 3 pairs of legs, a total of 6 legs, and Alchinda have got 4 pairs of legs, making a total of 8 legs, all right? But for this one, have got 10 or more legs. So let's count here and see. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 on the abdomen, all right? So we go to the cephalothorax part and we see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 still. So when we add 5 and 5, we make a total of 10. But sometimes you will find other animals in the class Crustacea where they have even more than 10 legs, because it is not a must that they should possess 10 legs. I have said, and I repeat, they should possess 10 or more legs. Clear to everybody? All right. So what other features can we tell on this? Other features we can see the antennas. We see the antennas. These are antennas. This is an antenna. All right? This is an antenna. These ones, all of these, even this and this and this. So it has 2 pairs of antenna. This long one, these 2 which are a bit long, and this one which are small. All right? It has 2 pairs of antennas we're going to see in the characteristics. All right? So this is when we are to describe a member or an animal in class Crustacea. That is a good example. All right, the lobster. You can look there on the board there, or else you can even focus on the screen because it is there on the screen. So look at the main characteristics. I started introducing it because we said at the end of this lesson we shall be able to tell the characteristics or the features that class Crustacea possesses. Is it clear to everyone here? Is it clear? We are supposed to go out of here when we know the common features. When we talk of features, those are characteristics. Don't get confused, all right? Don't get confused when I say features or characteristics, the same thing, all right? So what are the features? What are the characteristics as our objective do these members of class Crustacea possess? I started introducing them. One, as I said, there are cephalothorax. They have 2 body parts, all right? 2 body parts. And the cephalothorax is covered by a shiny coat. This cephalothorax here, this one here, it is covered by a shiny coat. A shiny coat here. Shiny. All right? A shiny coat. Of which, that shiny coat, the general term we say crustace. All right? So it is covered by crustace. All right? So that is the term to give on that shiny coat that covers the cephalothorax. Very shiny, all right, and hard, as we said at the starting. So another characteristic that another common characteristic that class Crustacea possess is they have two pairs of antennae. I talked of that. So if you look on the screen there, if you are to look on the screen, you see, as I was saying there on the manila paper, this tall one, we have the tall one, and this one here below, the second one, the first and the second. This tall one, two of them, and this small one, two of them. All right? So we have two pairs of antenna. All right? They have two pairs of what? Antenna, the long one and the short one. Those are common characteristics. Another characteristic that this class Crustacea possesses, they have a pair of compound eyes. All right? At the end of the stalk here. You see 1, 2. They have a pair of compound eye. Remember when we were talking about Alkinda, we said they have 8 eyes in number. But for this one, they have got only one pair of legs. Those are 2 eyes, all right? So they have a pair of compound eyes. Hope it is clear. Another thing, I was talking about the legs. And I told you that the number of legs vary from 10 onwards. They possess 10 or more than 10 legs. Look on the screen there. Look on the screen there. And try to analyze the number of legs, all right? This is the abdomen with many of the legs there. And these are also legs there, all right? So we have a lot of legs there. As I said here, that some are located here, some are located here. Come back here on the manila paper and see. Look here. When you look at this, look here. When you look at this, we have some on the abdomen, on the cephalothorax, and others on the abdomen. All right? Have some here and some on the abdomen. All right? So we have, what is the role? What is the role of each of these? So the role of the legs on the cephalothorax are used for walking. These ones here, these legs here on the cephalothorax, they are used for walking, all right? For walking. Whereas these ones here on the abdomen, they are used for swimming. Remember I said a big number of these class Crustacea live in water, all right? What general term did we say? What general term did we say to refer to animals living in water? What did we say? All right? Yeah, we said they are aquatic. The majority are aquatic. So they need these legs for swimming in water. All right? So they have a number of legs, some on the cephalothorax, others on the abdomen. These ones on the cephalothorax, they are used for walking. And these ones on the abdomen, they are used for swimming in water since there are aquatic animals. Thank you very much. Another characteristics of these animals in class Crustacea, as you look, everybody look on the screen. Look on the screen carefully and see. You're seeing a shiny, a kind of hard thing there, all right? here on the screen have something very shiny and attractive, all right? So this is the other collapse that is covering the cephalothorax, and under it, under this, we can't easily see, but under it, under this covering here, or this coat here, we find there are gills, because this one has got external gills, all right? They have external gills, and those are the ones that are used for breathing, all right? So it has all members of class Crustacea have got external gills. Clear to everybody? Good. So as I was introducing the lesson, I said that we are going to look at two major parts. We are going to look at the adaptations and the features or characteristics of members of animals in class Crustacea, all right? So we have looked at the characteristics, all right? Can you mention those that I've talked about? Can you mention some of the characteristics that you have mentioned together here? Yeah. We talked of two body parts, that's the cephalothorax and abdomen, all right? We talked of the number of legs, and we said they possess more than 10 or more legs, all right? What other things did we talk about here? We talked of the antenna. We said it has two pairs of antenna, the two long ones and the other small ones, all right? So what other things did we mention here? It has external gills that are used for breathing, all right? It has legs on the cephalothorax that are used for walking. It has legs on the abdomen used for swimming in water, because there are aquatic animals. Thank you very much. So let us go ahead and see the adaptations now. What are the adaptations of animals in class Crustacea? All right? Because those are the two objectives we are having here. If we have now mastered or we have known the features, so what are the adaptations? As I always say, there are things you are supposed to possess to be here in class. There are things you are supposed to be having to fit to attend a biology lesson. You don't just wake up in the morning and say, I'm going to class, no pen, no book, nothing you having. So there are things you have to be holding or you have to be possessing to fit in this lesson, all right? So even these ones also, the class Crustacea, there are things they are supposed to be possessing that enables them to fit in the environment or in their habitat. All right, class? That's what always we talk about. All right? So the adaptations now as one of our objectives. So one, they have a hard exoskeleton. As you were seeing the structure or the picture there, they have a hard, shining coat. What is that? It's the exoskeleton. What is the role of that? The role of that is like two. One is prevent them from their predators. It is not easier, since they live in water, they meet very many enemies, the predators. So that thing, because it's very hard, it is not easier for them, for the predators to come and eat them or to come and burst or cut those hard coats. So it protects them from their enemies. Another thing, as we had seen from the pictures, they are shiny, they are attractive, all right? They are attractive. Therefore, the male can run after the female because of the color during mating or whatever. They can run after them. All right? So that attractive color helps them in mating as attraction, all right? So another thing, another adaptation is the presence of the crew. All right? What is the role of those things there? The role of those things is to trap the prey when they are feeding. It helps them to trap the prey when they are what? When they are feeding, all right? So another thing, color. Their body color normally it mimics the color of the environment where they are. Like the majority live down the sea. Therefore, they have the color that mimics the color of the what? Of the ground, all right? So it is not easier for the predator, to come and attack them because they can't easily differentiate them from the environment where they are, all right? So another thing, they have the capacity to excrete the nitrogenous waste. If like ammonia accumulates in the body, they can easily excrete it to the environment, that is water. Then it is easier for it to dissolve in water. Then toxic, they keep themselves non-toxic, all right? Those that live on land, they can easily liberate their waste product in form of urea, all right? So hope everybody has understood this. I've understood the features or the common features of class crustaceans and the adaptations to live in their environment. Is it clear to everybody here? All right. Thank you so much. So let us look at this small work that we are going to with at home, that you're going to do in your free time. There's a worker there. You need to look at carefully, and when you reach back home, you try to attempt to cause all the things we have talked about them. There are no new things there. I've talked about all of that, all right? So I'm very happy for today's lesson because you have been attentive and following what we have been doing. Thanks so much for today's lesson. God bless you. Bye.